Hey y'all, check out these zinnias. They're so pretty. The butterflies love these. They come to them all the time. That rooster's so loud. And over here we got some vincas. These are the blush color vincas. Although, okay now, can I talk, mister? You gonna... That's what I thought. You were gonna do it again. Anyway, these are supposed to be the blush color vincas. They actually look like they've changed a little bit in their color. We've had a... Okay. We've had a couple of cool nights, so maybe that affected the color change. I don't know. Because they did have a little more blush in the petal. And now they're more white. Here's an Esperanza. It's got some blooms on it. On the other side of it. You are so rude. You need to stop already. Yeah, that's right. Tell him. She was pecking on him. Tell him, behave yourself. There you go. This bed's looking pretty. These are just white vincas with the... Well, it was kind of red. It's looking a little pink. I don't know. Pink or red center. These flower clocks are getting huge. When I planted this bed here, these were like only this high. And now they're big, but you know, these are all annuals right in here. All of this right here is annual, except for the rosemary. So once these are gone next year, this could just fill in all right here in front of this rose mallow. Of course, these will spread and start taking over. I'll have to pull them out because they drop seed. And these vincas also drop seed, so they'll come back in here too, and I'll have to move them around, and I'll have to move these around. Little bumblebees. They like this mealy blue sage. Oh man, look at that weed coming up in there. I didn't even see that. Look at that. Didn't even see it because the leaves look at that. See the leaf? It looks almost like these. Anyway, those bumblebees, they love this mealy blue sage. They're all over it. There were more bees. Now there's just one. But I have water up here for them too, right there. And I love these white vincas in here. They're so pretty. These are pretty too. 4 o'clocks, that's what these are. They haven't started blooming yet. They open their blooms in the evening and stay open at night, and then they close when the sun hits them. Got some rue planted right here. I just got that for like butterflies. I think certain butterflies use it as a host plant. And then I got petunias in here. And there's also a butterfly bush in there, right here. You can see the little blooms. And here's another part of it. It was taller and blooming more, and then it like died out on the top. So I broke that off, but then it's still alive. It's coming, I don't know. We have a chance of rain later. This is a rose mallow, like a hibiscus. It hasn't started blooming yet. All of this needs water, but I'm waiting on the rain to see if it's going to rain or not. If it don't rain, then I'll water it. Then up here, well, there's bindweed growing up in there with it. But it's cypress vine. And then there's this here that looks like a morning glory. That's bindweed that's grown up in there with it. But the little cypress vine has the little red star-shaped flower on it. And the hummingbirds like it. And some of the butterflies go to it as well. And it was a mixed, it was supposed to be red, pink, and white. And I got it growing all along this fence here. And there's bindweed growing up in there with it. I used to think these were just wild morning glories because they look like morning glory. They have a heart-shaped leaf like a morning glory. But it's actually bindweed. And they come up everywhere here. Look at this. Here's another one. And this is more. Here's some more over here. It just comes up everywhere. And that's what it looks like when it starts out. And then it'll get heart-shaped leaves. Like this one's doing. See that? Now these are little cypress vine coming up because they drop seed and they'll come up also. And they're coming up everywhere here. I need to pull some of these out. There's more coming up here. There's one over there. Well, there's more than one, but this one is trying to go up in that pot. Here's some more. See, they're everywhere here. Here's another bindweed. And over here, here's more bindweed. That's what it looks like when it's a little bit bigger. As they age, they turn more to a heart shape. You can see that one. And then here, it's on the same vine. Got an okra plant, but it's not doing anything. It gave me 2 okra, and that was it. It hasn't done anything since then. See that bindweed's everywhere right here. And my tomato plant, it gave me 1 tomato, and then it got hot and it's just lolled out. It hasn't done anything. Maybe when it cools off, it'll start producing again. I don't know. My basil is looking good. And this is another type of basil. This one is called Red Reuben. And I'm not sure what this one is. I don't have the tag. I forgot what this one's called. But it gets pretty blooms on it. They start out like a green chartreuse, and then they turn to this kind of a smoky purple. It's really pretty. I have squash over here. It's been blooming, but it hasn't produced anything. It's got lots of blooms. See all the blooms? Maybe when we cool off a little, it'll do something. I hope we get some rain because everything is dry. I do have some rainwater in a bucket though. I could put in here. I'm gonna get that. I got some seeds started up here that I've started yesterday. Well, most of these I started yesterday. I started these a few days ago, and I do have 3 broccoli that came up, but all of these are broccoli, and only 3 have come up. So, and then I got some rose mallow. Oh, look at that little lizard. Anyway, I have cauliflower planted here, Swiss chard, cabbage, golden acre cabbage, and red acre cabbage. And then I have salad bowl lettuce here, both of these, cilantro, and Georgia collards. Look at all these butterflies. I need to mow again also. Hopefully that'll be good for until it rains. I'll hope we get rain. And I had those 3 lantana in here, and they were getting huge, and they were getting way bigger than the tag said. And it was taking over that yellow esperanza back there. It wasn't letting it do anything. It's supposed to get a lot bigger around, so I took those out and I moved them to a different bed that I made over here by the driveway. Well, not really by the driveway, but out this way on the other side. I just seen a squirrel over there at the patio. I'm making a new flower bed out here. Well, I showed you this one by the truck already. But and this is a purple rose of Sharon right here. It's getting some buds on it. Should be blooming soon. Here's some more buds. But I made another flower bed over here. And this is where I put the lantanas. I planted this purple bougainvillea and a white bougainvillea and another purple bougainvillea. And then I put those 3 lantanas right here in front of that. I still got a lot of work to do. I just started this morning. Look, already a butterfly just came to it. But I seen a squirrel over here across. I wanted to try to get a video of him. And I planted another bougainvillea here next to this big one. Oh, those are blooming now. This purslane that I put in here, they're starting to bloom. Oh, there's some yellow moss roses that come up. There were seeds from that in here, I guess. And then this is a Victoria salvia. This yellow esperanza. I picked all these seeds off, but they already produce more. I'll just leave them. This Garo right here is crazy. It's supposed to be the dark pink. And it has dark pink, but it also has white on here. And some that are like white and pink mix. It's crazy. Look at that. And then it has the dark ones. It's supposed to be the dark color. Here's the tag. It's supposed to be dark pink. But it's got all this white in there, which I don't care, but it's just crazy. And then this one over here is the same. Well, it's not blooming yet, but it's supposed to. Well, no, this one's different. This is the blush pink, but it hasn't bloomed. And here's some moss roses. This is just wild purslane. This is a rosemary I planted here. But I have another rock rose in the other bed. I'm thinking I'm going to move it out here and put it on this side. So I'm probably going to move that rosemary maybe I might move it to the other side where that Gara is and put that Gara over here next to this one. And this is a Blue Point juniper. Seen a squirrel over here a while ago, but it may have done left now. He comes over here and eats the birdseed. These are begonias. They're looking kind of rough. They probably need water as well. We have a chance of rain. It's in an hour or two. I don't know. If it don't rain, then I'm going to have to get out here and water everything. I had impatience, but something's been eating it. I don't know, probably a bunny rabbit, because there is a bunny that comes out here. I don't know if squirrels eat them or not, but I know bunnies will eat impatiens. Because it was taller like this. Now it's just coming back from something that ate it off. This inch plant's doing much better since I moved it out here. I think I showed on a video where I moved it. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That's a gopher that did that. I know I've been having gopher holes out here. See, this looks like a whole family of them. That was a huge bed. Here's another one. And over here. I have these things beeping. It's supposed to drive them away, but I think it's driving them that way. Like, obviously. I did have another one out here somewhere, but it's, oh, right here. But it don't seem to be working. Looks like it's broken. Oh, now it's beeping. Just looks like it's driving them that way, I guess. Because they were over here in this bed. Now they're moving that way, I guess. My autumn joy sedum is starting to bloom. This is a little John bottle brush, but it keeps getting, it might need water too. These weeds are coming up in here again. I just pulled all the weeds out of here a couple of weeks ago. Well, maybe it's probably been longer than a couple of weeks. Probably a month ago. I have another purple rose of Sharon right here. But I don't know, it's not doing anything. It's just staying small compared to the other two that I planted the same day. I don't know what's going on with that. And this pot, I think I'm going to move it and put it in the empty spot in the bed where I moved the lantana from. I think I'm going to put that pot there and then get some plants to put in there. Something that trails down a little bit. There's bumblebees all on this Esperanza. Love it. There's hummingbirds come to this too, and they like this fire bush over here. Right here, this fire bush. The hummingbirds like that, and they like the Esperanza. And then this is some more mealy blue sage. The bumblebees like that. Oh wow, it's about to bloom. Look at that. This is a peacock flower. It's a common name for it. And this is another Blue Point juniper. This is a mess. This is a sweet potato vine from last year. Last year I had one planted in here. It was a variegated one that had like pink and light green and dark green. And now it came back like this. And the new growth on the tips is like this dark color, which was one of the colors in there. It's kind of got a purple hue to it, but then it also had like a light pink stripe in it and then a darker green like this. But then when it came back this year, it turned into this. And it's just going everywhere. All over these rocks, or cement. All over the place. I need to get that piece of wire out of there. And I need to pull these weeds out of here, all this grass. This is a bougainvillea. It's a different color. It's more of a, it's not the dark purple like I have over there. It's different. This is a red bud. My mom gave it to me. It was just a little baby like this tall. And this is like its 4th year. Then I have this huge, I think it's Miss Huff lantana. Blooming again. Oh, look at this. Desperado sage. It's full of blooms. And over here I have another bougainvillea I just planted. It's little, but it's purple like that other big one I have. And I planted another rosemary. This here is a pomegranate tree. I need to stake it up, I guess, because it keeps leaning over. Oh, it's so pretty. This is Nandina. think maybe it's the Gulf Stream Nandina, but I'm not positive on that. And then this is my little chase tree. It is the rock steady chase tree. This is another begonia. It's a different type of begonia. I think this one was called angel wing begonia. And I just got it planted inside this old shell-shaped sink there. And then at the bottom I got some of that turtle vine planted around it. This is all yarrow. A little moss rose is blooming. These boxwoods I need to trim. I'll wait till it cools off more to trim those. I got some monkey grass. All these beautiful Florida something, or maybe just Florida caladiums. They're beautiful. They got some more over here. Something was eating on one of them though, or actually two of them. Something ate on them. Probably a rabbit or something. I don't know. They didn't bother those though. And here's another monkey grass, but it's dead. But then there's this one that's fine. And there's this one that's alright. These are Barbosa cherry. They got blooms on them, look. So pretty. They get little red, little, looks like little berries. And they have a little tiny seed in the middle. And they taste good. They're real sweet, but I rarely get to eat one because the birds eat them up. But I think they're called Barbados cherry. And I need to get out here and mow again. But it's supposed to rain today, so I'm waiting on that. Well, it's a new morning. And I got this pot I was talking about moving. I put it here. And I'm going to put this here. I got this hanging pot, and I'm just going to plant that in there. And the flowers are about, they're the pinkas, but they're like trailing kind. And they're about the same color as these. So, should look pretty good. And then I got another one of those blue flamingos. I'm just going to plant it right in here. And then I'm going to leave some open back there so that this Esperanza has plenty of room because it's going to get bigger. I may even move this forward a little bit because these are just annuals. But this plumbago is a perennial. because that Esperanza will get pretty big. You see over here, and this one too, this is only its second year, so it'll get bigger also, but you see how far it's coming out right here. So it will pretty much take all that spot up, so I probably should move this pot forward a little more like that, and then move that forward. That way it gives that more room to get going. And it's got some new blooms at the top. Wow. There's a squirrel over there jumping in that tree. I don't know if you can see him. It's kind of blurry, but you can see his tail moving. You're loud, boy. Anyway, I got distracted by that squirrel. These flamingos are so pretty. I love that blue color. Need to straighten that pot because now it's all crooked since I moved it. And then I'll get started planting here. This is all my mess I made from trimming back those lantana that I moved. Oh my goodness, look at that. My first Rose of Sharon. So pretty. It's the first bloom. But look, there's more. See the little buds? That is so pretty. I need to put a little more bird seed out here too. And these pentas are still looking pretty good. I think they got a little bit too dry. They're getting some brown on the leaf. But I did water that rain we were supposed to get. It was like a little heat shower, and that was it. And then it was over. So I put the sprinkler out here. Doesn't look too happy, does it? I'm gonna plant it right back here in this bed. Already got the hole dug. I'll put some pile down in here. Little bumblebees, they love this mealy blue sage. They're all over it. And they're out here early, as soon as daylight hits. They love it. Okay. I sure hope this plant does good. It looks so sad. It was dry as a bone. Pile it in there. We got mulch around there. And hopefully it will perk up overnight. I'll do an update in the morning and see what it looks like. Because it's really wilted. Well, it's the next morning, and I just wanted to show you this. I added this little garden art to this pot, this little butterfly. I got this from my son and his wife and grandson, my little grandson. My grandson, they said, pick this out for me. It has faded some. It used to be pink right here, but it's faded out, but it's still pretty. I wanted to show you this shrub though and see if it has perked up since I planted it yesterday evening. The one I got in the mail. It still looks a little, it's perked up some, but it's got a lot of brown on it from getting so dry. Poor little plant. And I don't think I ever told you the name. It is a sweet viburnum. And it's supposed to be an evergreen here for our zone. Zone 9. And it looks pretty good from here. So. And I'm hoping that it does good here. They say that it does good for the south. And that it can be in zone 9. And it's supposed to be an evergreen. It says full sun, but a lot of times things that say full sun can't handle our full sun. So right here though, it will get some late afternoon shade. Well, I guess that's all for now.